absolute beginner, this is the right place for you. So remember, if you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and that bell button for some new videos when I record, man. So today we're going to be talking about variables. For those new to computer programming, data and code go hand to hand. You can write a program of any real value without lines of code or without data. A word processor programs the logic and takes what the user types and stores it in the data. It also uses data to control how it stores and formats what the user types and clicks. Data is stored in the memory of the computer when the computer runs. It can also be stored in a file, but that is another matter beyond the scope of this tutorial. Each memory slot is defined by name that the programmer chooses. For example, line total might be used to name a memory slot that holds the total number of lines in word processor document. So let's see what I got here. So I got 4 variables that I'm going to be talking about today. I have string, integer, real, and boolean. So this is how we do here in Delphi. This is a string. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Right. Okay, this is a string. So in order to declare a variable in Delphi, you put what you want to declare behind, then you put these 2 dots here, then you say string semicolon, and this is how you initialize a string. Put 2 dots equals to, then there you go. Then we have integer. Integer can be numbers like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Yeah, you can name them. You see, they can act as add, but there is a difference between integers and real. A real number can be an integer in Delphi, but an integer cannot be a real number. Don't worry, you'll get that as we go on. So we have a boolean. A boolean is a simple variable because it returns true or false. It is absolutely right. So let's get this in Delphi code, man. Alright. So here in Delphi, I've created a program calculating a change. If you don't know how I did it, go to my last video. You will check. We're talking about all the components and the format of Delphi. I'm sure you go with this. All right. So let's start coding. So this is the current amount, the money that you have when you want to go and buy, and this is a stock price. So we want to calculate change. We know that the change is equals current amount minus stock price, but we want to do this in Delphi. Let's see how we can do it. We go there, press F12, then we go to the code. Never mind that one there. Oh, you see, there is no procedure here. So if you're struggling with that, you can go back, press Alt-F again, then on the button you double click. There you go, our procedure. Yeah. So before we write our code, we're gonna have some variables. As we said before, we cannot write a code without the variables, man. Okay, so declaring variables, we come here under procedure. You have your var file there. Alright, what are we going to need there? We're going to need so we're talking about money here, so we're gonna use which variables? Real, you got it. That's right, man. That's right. So we have our amount. I'm sorry for that. Our stock price, and we have our current money. Yes. You have your real number there. Alright, so what we're going to do here, we want to get this information from this EDT box so that we can process them. Alright, So one thing that you have to remember is that these EDT box, they contain information that is handed in string. So we have to convert that string into a real number. We're going to be talking about that. Whereas don't worry about it. Alright, then let's go. So we know that as stock price, you just press Control spacebar. Here you go. Stock price. Oh, it's our stock price. Alright, which is equals to EDT. So if you want to see how we do this, you come back again. There are names that are given. This is EDT current amount. This is it. Oh, there is no name here. I'm sorry about that. Oh, let's put a name. This is gonna be EDT stock price. This is EDT stock price. This is the name, alright? Okay. You go on text in. Alright. So this is gonna be stock price, EDT stock price. There you go. EDT stock price dot text. Whenever you're using a text box, EDT box, remember to say dot text at the end. Alright, but this is a real number. This is real, and this is a string. So we must convert. So when you're converting a string to a real number, you say float to string. No, I'm sorry, you say string to float. You do that whenever you're doing it the other way around, you can say float to string. Yeah, okay, I hope you get it. Alright, I'm too slow. Okay, so string to float, string. Alright, so we have our current amount. There you go. String to float. Right, string to float. Then we got our EDT current money. About EDT current money dot text. Yeah, you remember that. Don't forget that. Alright, so yeah, we got our information from the text box. So we now have to use this information. We're gonna have something like our answer. And what is the data type of this one? Real again. Yes, it's like we're talking about real. Yeah, real. So in order to initialize this, to declare this while you inside the code, you can press Ctrl Shift V. There you go. Boom. Then you can say real. Enter. There you go. Then you can come here and say which is equals to we no change, it's gonna be our current stock, our current amount minus our stock price. It's gonna be our stock price. So that's the answer, you know that. So we have to display this. How are we going to display this? Okay, I got my red out there. So in order to display this, we have to change again from float to string. Don't worry about that, I got you. Lines dot add, we say float to string. The brackets, don't forget about the brackets. Most people make mistake there on the brackets. Then we put our answer. This is our answer. Or we can add some little information here and say maybe your change is right, and then we're going to say maybe add a little something and say thank you, then plus hash 13. So hash 13, what does it do? It comes to the it step to the next line. I'm gonna talk about those in my next videos, so don't worry about them now. It is flow to so okay. So add another one here. Maybe we say thank you. Thank you for shopping. Is that appropriate? You can write your appropriate answer there. Yeah, here you go. I forgot the plus here. Whenever you concatenating two sentences, you can use plus. It's called concatenation. Yeah. Alright. We forgot something. We have to clear our output. So we can say read out dot lines dot clear. There you go. Then we can run our script and see how it goes. Press F9. There you go. This is it. So let's say I have I have 20 rand, and I'm going to I go and buy bread for bread is 15 rand. Then I want to calculate my change. Then my change, the change is 5. But that is weird. My change is 5. Thank you for shopping. We can add something like $5 or 5 rand. You see, like that. Let's say I have 100. I have 100 rand, and then my change is 85. Oh, it's actually working, man. Okay, it's cool. So in order to change that, you can come here, maybe say your change is, then you add the read yeah, the change is, yeah, you press F9 again. There you go. This is dope. I have 3,000. I have 3,500. I go buy Samsung J4 for 2,500. Oh man, it's a lot of money. Then boom, I get my change for 1,000, and I go buy a new PC and put Delphi. Then I start programming. That's dope, man.